making disciples, being missionary. All those things are fine and dandy, but we can never forget the foundation of where that comes from. Christ's love. It is the love of the Lord that comes from that heart that is filled with an unimaginable love for each and every one of us. That is that fountain, that is the good news that we have to share. Making a disciple isn't about handing someone a catechism. It's not about making them memorize the dogmas of the church or the Ten Commandments. It's about letting them know how much God loves them and what a difference that love can make in their lives. Behind me we see a statue of the Sacred Heart. It's always been one of my favorite images of Jesus, because Jesus is literally showing his heart to us and pointing to it, because it's in his heart where each of us finds a home. It's in his heart where we find each of our names written. It's in his heart that we find that unimaginable, unquenchable source of love for us. You know, think about that imagery. We say to someone, I'm giving you my heart. That lives in my heart. We talk about the people and the things we really love in our hearts. It's that image, so to speak, of what matters to us most, what we hold dearest in our lives. So it is with God. Jesus opens his heart to us because it is in that heart that we find a love that burns hotter than anything we can imagine. A love that is never quenched for us and for all the world. That's the good news we have to share as people of faith, as Catholic Christians. That we have a God that loves us more than we can imagine. And that each time we look at Jesus, he's pointing us back to his heart to remind us of how much he loved us, enough to die for us. My friends, that is the good news of salvation. Not a dogma, not a doctrine, not a teaching of the church, but the simple fact that God loved us so much that he gave us his Son. And that's a door that's always open. That's an avenue that's always there for us. That's the good news we need to share with the world. That's the good news we need to share with someone who's feeling alone, frightened, abandoned, or overwhelmed and not sure where to go. That there is an unimaginable fountain of love in that heart of Christ, and that he's waiting for them, just as he waits for you and me. So as we think about being a disciple and making others a disciple, let's get back to the basics. It's his love we're called to share. It's his love we're called to give, and it's his love we are called to know within our lives as well. Not a sermon or a homily, but just something for all of us to think about.